a long time, but I'm gonna get right to the point and then go from there. It came in the mail. My YouTube silver play button. We did it. We did it. Let me show it to you. Me and my wife, y'all know my girl, Tiffany. You know, we've been putting in a lot of work. But y'all got to hear this story because it's one to be heard. First, let me show y'all the play button so y'all don't think I'm just walking around with a black box. Let me show you that. Let me show you that. Woo. Man, I got the comments turned off for a reason. Just in case anybody wondering why the comments not on. It's because I'm about to tell you why the comments are off. It's first let me show y'all this play button. Here it is. The YouTube silver play button. Here it is right here. Here it is. I'm walking, y'all. My pants falling down. I should have hurt this morning for breakfast. But here it is. And here's the thing. They send you a letter when you get it. It come with a letter. It also come with this right here, whatever it is. I think it's just some extra they throw in there. So there's the gold, and then there's another little card. This is probably for those of you out there who know about the silver play button. When I show you all this, you know that this is the real thing. Now let me tell y'all about it because I know y'all like this is SS&T, and we see how many subscribers you got. So how did you get that? Let me tell you about it. Unfortunately, for me and my wife, we didn't get the support from viewers. And I don't know the hearts of people, but I can tell you this. I can tell you the comment that I gotten from people. And there are a lot of hateful people out there who don't mind saying very hateful things to me. They don't ever say anything directed to my wife. I say that, but they direct stuff to me. And so there's a lot of people out there who has hated on SS&T yard services. There's some people who were just where they was hating. And so SS&T, that being one of the reasons why there's a new YouTuber out there. He's at 3,000 followers, 3,000. I sent him a message about working with him from SS&T. Now, midlife is not the problem. Let me be clear about that. I'm just letting y'all know. I watched Midlife Stockman blow past us. And I told my wife when he was early on, I said, he's gonna pass us. The support he was getting, even at that point, I could just see. I said, he gonna pass us. And he shot right past us. It was boom, it was crazy. It was crazy. And that's big up to Midlife Stockman. Y'all, sometimes people support people, and then sometimes people they don't like you. No matter how good of a job you do on YouTube, no matter how well you're doing lawns, no matter what you're doing in your community, sometimes people just don't like you. And they let you know in the type of comments they send you or that they make. I've been attacked by black people. I want to be transparent. I've been attacked by white people. I want to be transparent. And I've been attacked by other people. I just don't know their color because there's not a picture that comes on their on their thing. Black people are mad at me for two reasons. I'm just gonna listen, y'all. At this point, y'all already showed me y'all don't want to support SS&T, so I'm just gonna shoot it straight for y'all. That way, y'all can make up your mind. Because here's one thing I can tell you right now: y'all not stopping us. That's right. This channel right here, this is us. This is still me and my wife. This is another channel. That's why I got the comments blocked, because I don't want nobody talking about this channel. If you already know what channel this is, good, keep supporting us. But if a person don't know what channel this came from, that belonged to us, I don't want you to know about it. I don't need that hate over there, because one thing for sure, in less than 2 months, we got the silver play button. SS&T Yard Services has been around for almost 5 years. Almost 5 years. Look how far it has grown. So therefore, there's a new following of people whose hearts are, they're not perfect, but they're different. Because here's the thing, did nothing change? I'm still the same guy in the video. My wife is the same girl. She my girl in the video. We're still doing the same thing and supporting our community, going out, doing people lawns. So what's so different? God. That's a big difference. God was in SS&T as well. I'm gonna tell y'all right there. But also, let me take the blame or whatever. I need to just bring this to me. Y'all, I got a lot of things wrong on SS&T. One of the biggest things I got wrong is my heart did turn sour. It did. I just gonna tell y'all, it did turn sour. When we wasn't getting support, when I'm like, man, we out here doing all this work, we giving back, why people just hating on us? My heart turned sour, and God knew that. And it was not okay for my heart to get sour. And God played a part in SS&T growth stopping. I got to tell y'all that, because I'm part of the blame too. I'm being transparent. I'm part of the blame too. And y'all, I went from SS&T. I went from YouTube. I know y'all don't know I went from it. It seemed like I was always there. But I went back to God, and I prayed, and I asked for forgiveness. And I told him I was sorry. And I got back into the way I was supposed to be living. In less than 2 months, silver play button. Same guy, my wife, same girl, but we didn't come back to SS&T because SS&T had already been marked for death. Marked for death because there's just people who don't want to see SS&T grow. But here's the thing. Okay, so you stopped SS&T from growing, but you did not stop us from growing. And see, that's the beautiful thing about God, man. God can grow you with more than one trick. See, a lot of people believe that they stop you in one aspect of your life, they done stopped everything. Not if you got God. But also, y'all, you got to hit a part. You cannot get outside of God's will and still expect to grow. You got to stay in his will. And I got outside of his will for a little while. So listen, I mentioned Midlife Stop Man earlier to let you know that viewers will support who they want to support. Even when you're doing the same thing that someone else is doing, it can become confusing. Why am I not growing? And there could be a lot of factors. One, it could just be they don't like you. I'm just going to tell you, they don't like you. Or it can be because you're not doing just one thing. A lot of YouTubers do one thing. They do overgrown yards. They knock on doors and say, hey, I'll do your yard for free. And so there's a stigma, if the word is right, that a lot of people come to YouTube and think if you in lawn care, you should be doing every yard for free. That's just the mindset now, because Blades does it, Spencer does it, Midlife does it, M&D does it. So they believe that this is the mindset. If you do lawn care on YouTube, you should be doing it for free. Well, here's what I say to that. When you go to work today and it's bonus time, tell your boss, don't pay me my bonus, because I don't want to be a hypocrite and take the bonus from you when I'm holding this YouTuber to a standard of doing labor for free. So basically, I want to make sure I'm laboring for free. Tell your boss that. When you get ready to get paid on Friday or Wednesday, some people get paid on Tuesday, tell your boss, don't pay me. I just work for free because I don't want to be a hypocrite and take payment from you when I'm expecting that YouTuber to do lawns for free that I watch on YouTube. You're not going to do that, right? All right, then. Then, therefore, those guys are able to do lawns for free, and they are getting paid at a caliber that they can do lawns for free. Just because a person is on YouTube don't mean they rolling in bank. I've said this before. Y'all don't want to believe it. But here's the thing. I'm not here to convince anybody of that anymore. What I am here to do now is get back to staying in my walk with the Lord. I'm here to stay, boom, doing this right here. Make sure my address didn't show. It may just show it. If it did, don't nobody send me nothing now. No, don't go back and try to look at me. What's his address? He just showed his address. Listen, don't show up at my house, okay? Listen, your point is, God is blessing over here. I don't believe SS&T is dead because the biggest thing that I had to realize, bigger than anybody, any viewer, anything, the biggest problem was me. And it started when I allowed my heart to turn from doing the will of God. Because I didn't comprehend, I didn't like that people just wasn't supporting us, and there wasn't a legitimate reason not to support us. And I allowed my heart to be turned because people were sending hate text messages. Y'all, I'm talking about real hate. Y'all may be like, well, what's real hate? Okay, let me let this lady walk by. Then I'll tell you. How you doing? I don't want to say that in front of this. I'm outside the store. Black people were mad at me because I seemed to get along well with the police. It's almost as if they would rather I have been killed by the police when I encountered the police. They would have been more satisfied if the police would have treated me with a lot of disrespect and dishonesty. But because the encounter was a good encounter and I showed it, black people mad at me about that. Not all black people, but a lot of black people mad at me about that. I'm being transparent, y'all. Listen, y'all already took the gloves off. So listen, black people are mad at me, and these are just two instances. They're mad at me because it seems like I only help white people. This tells me that those black people have not been on my entire YouTube channel. Because if you did, you would know that I support everybody. I'm not limited to one somebody. I help everybody. But this lets me know, listen, y'all not watching our full channel. Because if you did, you would know we don't discriminate over here. In other words, we ideally, or in a way, we walk around with blinders on, right? And we just reach our hand out. We just reach our hand up. And wherever our hand land, we help. Yeah, that's right. That's how we help. How could I say I'm a child of God, but I discriminate on who I help? Just think about that. But there's people out there who want me to operate that way. They want me to discriminate against other races and only help one race. That's crazy. Now, that's just some of the black attacks that I've got. There's a lot of attacks from whites that I've gotten. Right now, the biggest one that stands out, and I took a screenshot of it before I deleted that person's comment. Sure did. Yeah, because I'm going to remember who that person is. But they called me a black thief. They told me that I was stealing. Stay with me. I'm just going to tell y'all. Because if y'all tell you prove it, I can go get the screenshot and prove it. They told me I was stealing Spencer. I'm talking about SB Moen. They told me I was stealing his ideas and called me a black thief. I've gotten plenty of other hate from white people, but that one right there was like, What? I mean, he's cutting grass. Everybody's cutting grass. I mean, did you send that message to, how many lawn care channels are there on YouTube? I don't know, 30, 50? Because we're just cutting grass. We're asking people, do you want some help? Man, some people are just so ignorant, man. It blows my mind. But SS&T isn't going anywhere. We've been just, I just been focusing over here. I just been focusing over here. And so this channel now is at 119,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. If my number is right, in less than 3 months. The channel's moving. And so y'all, I'm just gonna bring the SS&T what we do. In other words, I can now get away from, well, I don't know if I should play this, or I don't know if I should play that. I'm gonna play. If that's what I did, I'm gonna play it. If I went out to somebody's yard and I pulled up some pretty flowers and planted some new pretty flowers, that's what I did, and that's what I'm gonna put up. And if you want to watch it, watch it. And if a person don't want to watch it, I got to accept that they don't want to watch it. But that's what I'm gonna put up, y'all. This is who we are. This is who me and my wife is. We doing everything, and also we're gonna help whoever we want to help. We don't care if they Asian. We don't care if they are Hispanic. We don't care if they're black. We don't care if they white. We don't care if they pink. We don't care if they are purple. We don't care what their gender is. We don't care what their religion is, because God wants us to just show love. Just love. And he'll do the rest. And you ain't showing love if you out here discriminating, if you out here mad at the police just because of if you out here mad at your neighbor because of this. Or I mean, come on, people ain't gonna see God in that. People ain't gonna see God in that. And ain't no God in that. So y'all, it's not like, oh, SS&T is revived. No, SS&T has repented unto God Almighty for my heart being wrong, but also establishing that there are people out there who just didn't want to see us grow. But I want them people to know, y'all ain't stopped nothing. We growing. We growing. You ain't stopped nothing. We superseded SS&T in 2 months. What SS&T didn't do in almost 5 years. God is in control. And so if anybody know the name of this other channel, that's why I got the comments off. I'm asking, don't tell anybody about the other channel. I'd rather the people who find that channel are meant to be there, or they're meant to be told to go away. Listen, it hasn't all been all love over there neither, but it hasn't been a stoppage neither. I thank y'all. I plan to be dropping a video soon to get back to what we do. Everything. Everything. I gotta get here and get some syrup. My wife at the house trying to cook some breakfast. Today is my mom and dad. I wish I was at home so I could show y'all. Today is my mom and dad 50th wedding anniversary. Today. They came to Virginia to be with me and my family. My sister and one of my niece and nephew came with them too. But they came to Virginia to be with me and my family for their 50th wedding anniversary. And y'all, I'm wore out. But I'm still trying to go because I want my parents' 50th anniversary to be memorable. They came all the way up here from Georgia. I could tell y'all where to go see them at. Y'all seen my mom on here, but you haven't seen my dad. But they are on this channel. But I ain't about to tell y'all the name of it or whatever. So if you know the name of it, you can go over there. You can see them over there. I'm out, y'all. Hey, mom and dad, if you see this, happy anniversary. I love y'all. Thank you for being the awesome examples that y'all are. I love y'all. Thank y'all for raising us in the church. Thank you for your love for God. Thank you for your consistency and serving the Lord and being an example. I thank you, Mom, for calling me your little muscle boy. It has stuck with me. It was such an impactful statement you said to me when I was about 9 years old. I'm 45 today. Thank you, Dad, for being the example that you are, for working as hard as you did, where you went out, you worked. There was times where you didn't even get to eat, but your family of 9, well, we take you away because, but you made 9. Listen, we were always, our needs were met. No matter what you had to do, you did it. You worked your regular job, you worked side jobs, you did everything, and you did everything honest. I want to add that. Everything you did it honest as well to provide for your family. Thank you, Dad, for speaking volumes in your work ethic. I appreciate you so much. I want to say thank you to your mom who has passed away, and thank you to your stepdad, who you would never say stepdad, but you say you will always call him your dad because he stepped in to raise you. I want to say thank you to them because they helped shape and mold you who you are, and they definitely had that work ethic as well. Y'all, if I were to share a story about my granddaddy, my dad, stepdad, but he say it's his dad because that's who raised him. Listen, there was one story my dad told me that one time my granddad was about to go to work and it was raining outside and it was storming outside and everything or whatever. And my dad, and a matter of fact, I want to take storming out because maybe I'm just in my emotions, but it was raining outside. And my dad looked at his dad and said, "Where you going? It's raining." And his dad looked at him and said, "Son, I got to provide for my family. So basically, I can't not go to work because it's raining. A man got to provide. Basically, the weather can't be the reason why you don't go to work. You got to show up. You still got hungry mouths in the house and so forth." Y'all, when my grandmother, before she passed away, I used to go visit her at the nursing home, and I would hold my grandmother's hands. And I don't think I've ever held my grandmother's hands like that before, but I looked at her hands to know her. My grandmother had working hands, and I talked to my dad about that after the fact. Y'all, I miss my mom's mom, Grandmama Dear. She was so sweet. It was like you couldn't do anything wrong at her house. So even though I don't know my granddad on my mother's side, I do know my Grandmama Dear. And y'all, her love was so contagious. Man, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, y'all know what it's like for a baby cub to be with Mama Bear, right? The cub can't do no wrong. No matter how bad it is, that mother don't care. Just enjoy yourself. That's what it was like at my mom's mother's house. I miss my grandparents. Y'all, I'm out of here. Today is a very emotional, big, monumental day for us. God is good all the way around. I love y'all. For those of you who support us, I love you. I thank you. For those of you who don't support us, I thank God for opening my eyes to how people are and also training my heart not to be turned when people hate on you, because people are going to hate on you, but that doesn't give you a right to hate back. You have to continue to love. Take care.